My phone screamed at 2:13 a.m. Not a normal notification. Not a message. A full-body alarm that made the rain outside sound quiet. I grabbed it off my chest, still half asleep, and froze. Missing person alert. Name, MY name. Age, MY age. Last seen, 2:07 a.m. Location, my street. And the photo was me. Not a selfie. Not a profile picture. A candid shot. Me standing under a streetlight, rain in my hair, looking straight at the camera like I'd been caught mid-thought. I looked up from the screen to my dark apartment. Looked down at my hands. Then back at the alert. I whispered, "I'm right here." The phone vibrated again. The alert refreshed. If seen, do not approach. Call authorities. My stomach turned cold. Because that line isn't for someone who wandered off. That line is for someone dangerous. I tapped the details like touching it harder would make it more reasonable. There was a case number. A reporting officer. A callback line. I didn't understand how any of that existed, unless someone had walked into a station and said I was gone. So I called the number. It rang once. Twice. Then a recorded voice. If you have information regarding the missing individual, press 1. My thumb hovered. My mouth went dry. I pressed 1. A man answered, calm and tired. Dispatch. I blurted, "That alert. It's about me. I'm not missing. I'm literally holding the phone." A pause. Then, "Sir, verify your full name." I told him. My voice sounded wrong in my own ears, too loud in a room that had been sleeping seconds ago. Date of birth. I told him that too. Another pause. Paper shuffling, faint voices behind him. Then he said, "Where are you right now?" "In my apartment. Alone. I haven't left." "Address." I gave it. There was a click in the line, like he muted me for a second. Then he came back, voice lower. "Sir, the report says you were last seen outside that address. At 2:07. That's impossible." He didn't argue. He didn't reassure me either. He just said, "Stay where you are. An officer is being sent to verify." Verify what? That I exist. Silence. Then, "Sir, is anyone else in the residence?" "No. No, it's just me." "Lock the door. And do not open it for anyone unless you see the marked unit." My throat tightened. "Why?" He hesitated, just enough to tell me he knew something he wouldn't say. "Because," he finally said, "we've already had 3 calls. People claim they've seen you tonight." I laughed once, sharp and stupid. They haven't. I've been asleep. "Sir," he said, like he was trying not to spook a wounded animal. One caller sent a photo. My hand tightened around the phone. A photo of what? He didn't answer directly. He said, "Stay inside. Officer is en route. Do not approach anyone who claims to know you." The line went dead. I stood there in the dim glow of my screen, rain tapping the window like impatient fingers. Then my phone vibrated again. Another refresh. Update. Subject possibly armed. I felt my face go hot. My apartment was weaponless except a kitchen knife that barely cut tomatoes. I scrolled. The details had changed too. Last seen, 2:12 a.m. Location, 2 blocks east. 2 blocks east. I hadn't moved an inch. I thought of one person immediately. Nabil. My friend from down the hall. If anyone could tell me this was a glitch, it would be him. I texted, "You awake?" Then I added, "Important." He didn't reply. So I called. Ringing. Ringing. Finally, sleepy and annoyed, "What happened?" "Nabil." I kept my voice low. "Did you get an alert?" A pause. Then he said, suddenly sharp, "Bro, are you okay?" My stomach sank. "You got it. It's your name." He sounded like he'd sat up in bed. "It's literally your picture. I'm not missing. I'm in my apartment." He whispered, "Then who did I see?" My spine tightened. "What?" "I was coming back from the vending machine," he said. "Like 10 minutes ago. I saw you by the stairwell. You were standing there, head down, like you were reading something." That wasn't me. Nabil didn't argue. He just breathed into the phone. "Bro," he said, "I said your name. And you looked up." My fingers went numb. What did I do? You smiled. But like, not friendly. Like you were happy I saw you. Rain slid down the glass in thick, slow lines. "Nabil," I said, forcing my voice steady. "Lock your door. Don't come out." "What are you saying?" "I'm saying if you saw me outside, and I'm inside, then someone else is wearing my face." He cursed softly. Okay, I'm locked. What do we do?" I stared at my door. The peephole, the deadbolt, the chain. Suddenly flimsy things between me and a hallway that didn't feel like mine anymore. "Police said they're coming," I said. "Just stay there." Another vibration. Update. Last seen, 2:16 a.m. Location, inside MY building. My mouth went dry. Nabil was still on the line. I didn't tell him what the update said. Because the location pin, the little blue dot, wasn't on the street anymore. It was on my floor. And it was moving. Toward my apartment. I backed away from the door like it could see me. Like the wood had eyes. "Nabil," I whispered, "are you sure you locked it?" "Yeah." "Why?" I didn't answer. I listened instead. At first, nothing. Just rain. Just the faraway hum of the city. Then, a soft sound in the hallway. A shoe scuffing carpet. Slow. Careful. My phone vibrated again. Update. Subject last seen entering apartment corridor. I could feel my heartbeat in my teeth. "Nabil," I said, barely moving my lips. "Don't make noise." "Bro, what's happening?" I held the phone away from my mouth and listened harder. The scuffing stopped. Then came a different sound. The tiniest tap. Not on my door. On the wall. Top. 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 Like someone counting apartments by touch. My eyes flicked to the peephole. My body screamed not to. I did it anyway. The hallway light was on. The corridor looked normal. Beige walls, damp footprints, a strip of shadow near the stairwell. Then something moved into view. A person stopped at my door. Same height as me. Same build. Same hoodie I owned. The grey one with the frayed cuff. He stood so close his breath fogged the peephole glass. And then his face rose into the circle. Mine. Not a look-alike. Not similar. My actual face, staring in with a blank calm like he'd done this before. I clapped a hand over my mouth to stop a sound escaping. The thing in the hallway smiled. Not friendly. Not normal. A smile like a correct answer. He leaned in and spoke. And even through the door, even through the tiny distortion of the peephole, I heard it clearly. In my voice. Open up. My skin crawled. Nabil, I breathed into the phone. It's outside my door. What? His voice jumped in panic. Who? Me. Silence. Then the hallway me knocked. 3 slow knocks. Like he owned the place. Knock. 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 My phone vibrated. Caller ID, me. I stared at the screen as my own contact photo lit up. My own name. My own number. Nabil whispered, "Don't answer." The hallway me knocked again. Lighter this time. Patient. Then he spoke through the door, soft, almost kind. I know you're in there. I know you're scared. Just open it and it stops. My throat burned. I couldn't tell if the shaking was fear or rage. I didn't answer the call. I didn't open the door. I just backed away until my shoulders hit the kitchen counter. That's when my lock clicked. Not the deadbolt. The chain. A slow metal scrape. As if the chain was being lifted gently from the outside. My body went cold. How? I mouthed, no sound. Nabil whispered, "Bro, your chain can't." It slid again. Like someone had the key to physics. Then the door handle moved. Slowly. Carefully. I grabbed the nearest thing. The stupid tomato knife. And held it like it meant something. The handle stopped. And then, from the other side, my voice again. Quieter now, almost sad. Your phone. Look at the time. My eyes darted down. 2:19 a.m. The alert refreshed by itself. Update. Subject confirmed missing. Confirmed. By who? Another line appeared under it like a verdict. If you are the subject and you are reading this, remain where you are. Do not attempt contact. My breath stuttered. That line wasn't for the public. It was for me. The hallway me chuckled softly. You see, he said. It's already decided. Rain hammered the window harder, like the weather was trying to drown the conversation. Then, Another sound. Footsteps. Fast this time. Multiple. Voices. A radio crackle. Police. The hallway me leaned close to the peephole again. His expression was calm. Almost relieved. "They're here for the missing person," he whispered. "The only question is, which one they take?" A flashlight beam swept the hallway. A voice outside, "Police, open up." I opened my mouth. To scream I was inside, to beg, to prove I was real. And the hallway me slammed his palm against the door once. Hard. Final. Then he shouted, in my exact voice, perfectly panicked. "Help! I'm in here. He's trying to break in." The officer outside reacted instantly. "Step back. Hands where I can see them." My heart nearly tore itself apart. I realized in that moment, the alert wasn't a mistake. It was a script. And someone had written me out of my own life. Nabil was whispering frantically in my ear, "Don't open, don't open." But the officers were right there. The law. Witnesses. Flashlights. So I did the only thing I could think of to prove I was me. I called out, "Wait. I'm inside. I'm the real one." Silence. Then the officer said, confused, "Sir, I can see you." My blood turned to ice. Because I hadn't opened the door. And if he could see me, then he wasn't looking at the peephole. He was looking at someone in the hallway. Someone wearing my face. The hallway me smiled again. And softly, like a lullaby through wood, he said, "Missing means, you don't get to explain." My deadbolt turned. Not by my hand. The door began to open. And on my phone, the last update flashed like a grave marker. Case closed. If you're listening to this and you've ever seen an alert with a face you know, don't assume it's the truth. Because somewhere out there, in the rain and the glow of streetlights, someone might be practicing your smile. And if this story made your stomach turn, you already know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe to Bloody Chapter for more stories that haunt the mind long after the sound fades.